The Vatican is arguably the most powerful institution on the planet. As the spiritual leader of the Catholic Church, the Pope has an audience of around 1.3 billion people. But with this immense reach comes a level of secrecy that few can penetrate. The Vatican, a country in its own right, guards its mysteries fiercely. Beneath the papal palace, vast subterranean archives are said to stretch for miles, hiding secrets few have ever seen. However, from time to time, rumors leak out, and strange stories surface of arcane devices, skeletons, and the world's largest collection of adult content at number 1. So, let's dive into the scariest things hidden in the Vatican. Number 19. Papal doppelgangers and assassination plots. There have been various rumors and conspiracy theories surrounding the Vatican and papal doppelgangers, but amidst all the rumors, there have been some truths. The first assassination plot against the Catholic Church's pope at the time was in 1378. When the 11th Pope Gregory died that year, the College of Cardinals elected Bartolomeo Prignano, Archbishop of Bari, as the 6th Pope Urban. However, the 6th Pope Urban's controversial policies and harsh governance style led to a split among the cardinals. A group of cardinals declared the 6th Urban election invalid, citing coercion and fraud, and elected Clement VII as the new pope. Clement VII established himself in Avignon, while the 6th Urban remained in Rome. This was the beginning of a schism that would last for nearly 40 years, with 2 and later 3 rival popes, each with their own followers and territories. The situation was further complicated in 1409 when the Council of Pisa attempted to resolve the schism by deposing both the 6th Urban and Clement VII and electing Alexander V as the new pope. However, this only led to a third line of popes. The schism continued. The situation was finally resolved in 1417 when the Council of Constance deposed John and recognized Martin V as the legitimate pope. The last Avignon pope, Clement, submitted to Martin in 1429, reunifying the Church. The Western Schism was a complicated and difficult period in Catholic Church history. Eventually, it led to reforms and helped strengthen the papacy's authority. Then in 1605, the Gunpowder Plot aimed to kill King James I of England, who had ties to the Vatican. There were more assassination plots. In 1978, Pope John Paul died mysteriously after just 33 days in office, sparking speculation. In 1981, Pope John Paul II survived an assassination attempt by Mehmet Ali Akka. The most recent assassination plot was in 2012 when the Vatileaks scandal exposed conflicts in the Vatican and made allegations of corruption among the Pope's closest associates. Number 18. The Seal of Solomon and Demon Control. The legendary Seal of Solomon, also known as the Ring of Solomon, is a signet ring associated with King Solomon in medieval mystical beliefs which developed separately in Jewish, Islamic, and Western occult traditions. The ring was made of brass and iron, with 2 parts used to seal commands to good and evil spirits. According to legend, a demon named Asmodeus, or Saka, possessed the ring, ruling in Solomon's place for 40 days, before throwing it into the sea, where it was swallowed by a fish, caught by a kind fisherman, and unknowingly fed to Solomon, restoring his power. Today, the ring's whereabouts are unknown, but many believe it's secretly hidden in the Vatican, after being discovered in Palestine during the Ottoman era, where it was carved into stone above windows, doors, and Muslim tombs. The Seal of Solomon has long been a subject of fascination for mystics and historians alike. Some believe it holds untapped supernatural powers, capable of controlling demons and spirits, while others see it as merely symbolic. Over the centuries, the legend of the ring has inspired countless stories and interpretations, particularly within occult circles. In modern times, the symbol of the Seal of Solomon has been incorporated into various magical practices, with practitioners believing it can offer protection, wisdom, and insight into the spiritual world, continuing its mystical allure. Number 17. The Hidden Underground Pagan Temple. During World War II, while Pope Pius XII was secretly sheltering Jewish people in the Basilica of St. Clement, he also authorized excavations beneath the main altar of St. Peter's Basilica, leading to an unexpected discovery. Explorers found a hidden ancient Roman burial ground, or necropolis, that had been away from the public eye since the 4th century when Constantine leveled the hill where the mausoleum stood in hopes of building the first St. Peter's Basilica. This forgotten site was found to be under the Vatican all this while, featuring narrow brick-paved streets lined with mausoleums. According to Christian tradition, this was the site of St. Peter's crucifixion and burial, making it a sacred location for construction of the basilica. There's more. Instead of a grand tomb fitting of such a historic saint, St. Peter's final resting place was a simple hole in the ground. At first, the spot was marked by tributes from early Christians, then later by a small marble monument called the Trophy of Gaius. Constantine allegedly placed his basilica's altar on top of the Trophy of Gaius. Over 1,000 years later, Bernini also positioned his altar in the same spot. Some people believed the stories surrounding this site, while others considered them religious legends. But when archaeologists excavated the area during the reign of Pope Pius XII, they surprisingly found the Trophy of Gaius exactly where it was supposed to be, directly beneath the main altar of St. Peter's Basilica. They also found a wall covered in ancient Christian graffiti bearing the name Peter repeatedly. Most significantly, they discovered what are likely the skeletal remains of the first pope, wrapped in an ancient purple cloth. Number 16. The secret papal exorcism chamber. Even though many people think exorcism is only something you see in scary movies or something that only truly happened in the Middle Ages, it's actually still a real practice in the Catholic Church today. The secret papal exorcism chamber is a hidden room in the Vatican, specifically designed for performing exorcisms. This chamber has been kept the secret from the public for centuries, and only a select few have had access to it. The room is said to be located deep within the Vatican's underground tunnels and chambers, making it nearly impossible to find without permission. The chamber is believed to have been built during the Renaissance period when the Catholic Church was heavily involved in the practice of exorcism. It is said that the room was designed by a mysterious architect, who incorporated different symbols and artifacts into the design to ensure the exorcism process did not escape the walls. The room is small, with stone walls and a low ceiling, and is dimly lit by flickering candles. The chamber is only accessible through a hidden door, which is guarded by the Vatican's Secret Service. According to the Catholic Church's history, a priest named Father Gabriel Amorth, who was the main exorcist for the Vatican, spent 60 years performing exorcisms. He performed about 160,000 of them before he passed away, but legend says he wasn't the only one doing exorcisms. Many popes have also secretly performed the ritual in the Vatican over the years, unknown to the members of the Catholic churches. In fact, it was recently revealed that in 2018, the Vatican held a public meeting where 250 priests from across the world came together to learn about exorcism. Today, only the Pope and a select few high-ranking officials have access to the secret papal exorcism chamber. Number 15. The Devil's Bible. In July 1648, as the 30 Years' War was coming to an end, the Swedish army raided the city of Prague and took many valuable items, including a massive book called Codex Gigas, which they brought back to Sweden. This book is not only the largest medieval book in existence, but it's also infamous for its contents, earning it the nickname the Devil's Bible. Measuring 36 inches tall, 20 inches wide, and 8.7 inches thick, the Devil's Bible contains 310 pages made from the skin of 160 donkeys, although it originally had 320 pages before the last 10 were removed at some point. The book was intended to be a historical collection featuring the entire Christian Bible, works by Flavius Josephus and Saint Isidore of Seville, and a chronicle of Bohemia by Cosmas, a Bohemian monk. It also includes shorter texts on different subjects like medicine, penance, and exorcism. No one knows the identity of the scribe who was the author and illustrator of the Devil's Bible, but experts think it was likely a single monk living in Bohemia, which is now part of the Czech Republic, during the early 1200s. Considering the lengthy writing and detailed illustrations, it's estimated that the monks spent around 30 years working on the book. This means that they devoted most of their life to creating this massive and elaborate manuscript. That's not all. In 1594, the Devil's Bible was moved from the Brumov Monastery, where it had been stored since 1420, to Prague, where King Rudolf II borrowed it, promising to return it to the monks after he was done. But he never kept his promise. The book got its name from a large 19-inch tall portrait of the devil, which was unusual for medieval art since it showed the devil alone on the page, crouching and facing forward, wearing only an ermine loincloth, a symbol of royalty, meaning that the devil was viewed as the Prince of Darkness. This image and the book's mysterious origins have led to several legends about its creation, all involving the devil, including the famous story that the scribe who created the book made a deal with the devil to finish it in one night in exchange for his soul. Many argue that the location of the Codex Gigas is not the Vatican, but the National Library of Sweden. Neither location has clarified anything about the debate. Number 14. Aliens. The Vatican's openness to the idea of extraterrestrial life might seem unexpected for an institution that holds strong religious beliefs about the origins of the universe. The Catholic Church has surprisingly shown a keen interest in the potential existence of aliens, with its scholars holding conferences and funding research on this very topic. This has led to conspiracy theories that the Vatican may possess secret knowledge about extraterrestrials, especially when one considers the religious and historical artifacts housed within its vast archives. Some theorists suggest that the Vatican learned of alien life through ancient relics uncovered in places like the pyramids of Giza, sparking curiosity about what the Church might know about the universe beyond Earth. These theorists often point out that both Napoleon and Hitler, after supposedly gaining access to Vatican secrets, made direct trips to the pyramids, as if searching for something hidden. Napoleon, in particular, is said to have risked everything by leading his army to Egypt in pursuit of the unknown, ultimately stranding himself in North Africa. Number 13. The Devil. There's the even more outlandish claim that the Vatican may be hiding something much darker, literally Lucifer himself. The idea that Satan is physically present in the Vatican might sound absurd, but Father Gabriel Amorth, the Church's chief exorcist until his death in 2016, believed otherwise. Having performed tens of thousands of exorcisms over his career, Amorth claimed in 2010 that he had witnessed the devil's influence firsthand within the Vatican itself. He suggested that Satan was not only spiritually active but that Lucifer's power had infiltrated the very heart of the Church, a statement that, understandably, caused a stir. Amorth wasn't speaking in metaphor, he genuinely believed that the Church's fall from grace amid scandals and corruption was the direct result of the devil's presence. While this claim is dismissed by many as hyperbole, Amorth's reputation and experience lend an eerie weight to his words. Could the Vatican be harboring the ultimate fallen angel? Number 12. Jesus' family life and descendants. One of the most puzzling aspects of the biblical accounts of Jesus is how little they reveal about his life between birth and the years leading up to his birth in Bethlehem and his later ministry, but nearly 3 decades of his life remain unaccounted for. This gap has sparked numerous theories, particularly around what documents might exist, potentially in the Vatican Archives, that could shed light on these missing years. While some texts outside the canonical Gospels do exist, like the Infancy Gospel of Thomas, which offers stories about Jesus as a child, they are dismissed by the Vatican as non-canonical and not part of accepted scripture. These non-canonical texts suggest that raising Jesus might have been a difficult task, portraying him as a child with divine powers that even his parents struggled to manage. However, these are just the known writings. Theories abound that the Vatican might have access to far more revealing documents about Jesus' early life that have been kept hidden due to their potential to upend long-held church beliefs. One particularly explosive theory speculates that the Vatican could be hiding knowledge about Jesus' family life. Did he marry? Did he have children? Could there be descendants of Jesus alive today? Some believe that if such documents existed, confirming a family lineage of Jesus, it would dramatically alter church orthodoxy and challenge centuries of teachings about his divine and celibate nature. While no concrete evidence has surfaced to support these claims, the secrecy surrounding the Vatican's archives only fuels the idea that they might contain untold stories of Jesus' life, including whether he had a family that the Church has kept hidden from public view. Number 11. The Catacombs of Lost Cardinals. On May 31, 1578, some workers in Rome's vineyards stumbled upon a hidden entrance on Via Salaria, a road that runs through Italy, which led to an underground burial site. Inside, they found a vast number of ancient skeletons, likely from the first few centuries after Christianity began, a time when many people were killed for practicing the then illegal religion. It's estimated that between 500,000 to 750,000 people, mostly Christians, but also some pagans and Jews, were buried in the extensive network of tunnels and chambers beneath Rome. However, for many of these skeletons, their burial spot wouldn't remain peaceful for long. When the Catholic Church heard about the discovery, they saw it as a divine gift, assuming that many of the skeletons belonged to early Christian martyrs, and soon got involved in handling the remains. In the northern part of Europe, especially in Germany, where people were strongly against the Catholic Church, many Catholic churches had been damaged and robbed during the Protestant Revolution over the past few decades. This resulted in the loss or destruction of their sacred objects. However, the recent discovery of holy remains was a chance to add to their collections and boost the spirits of those churches that had been attacked. Death. The Gospels focus heavily on his. As a result, the holy bodies became highly prized possessions with every Catholic church, no matter how small, eager to acquire at least one, if not multiple, relics. The Vatican responded by sending out thousands of relics, although it's hard to determine how many of these were complete skeletons versus individual bones like a shin bone, skull, or rib. Number 10. Haunting of the Vatican. Rumors of ghost stories and paranormal experiences within the Vatican have long been whispered about, but officials of the city-state seem determined to keep such tales hidden from public knowledge, possibly due to the stigma and sin associated with anything related to the occult. Because of this, even with the prevalence of spooky stories and legends surrounding the Vatican, the head churches in this city are tight-lipped about the matter. However, with the recent use of smartphones, tourists and visitors have started sharing their experiences with the supernatural in Italy, providing hints to the mysterious and unexplained events that seem to be happening within the Vatican's walls. It is now left to the public to choose whether to believe these sightings or not. St. Peter's Basilica is said to be built on top of an ancient pagan burial ground, which, according to legend, angered the spirits and gods of the old religion. This led to strange occurrences and unexplained events during its construction in the 16th century, including the mysterious deaths of workers and the illness of the Pope himself, which were only alleviated after an exorcism was performed. And even today, strange sightings have been reported, such as a shadowy figure seen on camera standing in a bell tower, appearing to be preparing to jump, which some believe could be the ghost of someone who took their own life. Although the Vatican has not provided any explanation for this eerie apparition, leaving it to the imagination of the people. Number 9. The Prophecy of Popes. The Prophecy of the Popes is a collection of 112 brief and mysterious Latin phrases that supposedly foretell the identities of all the Catholic popes, starting from Celestine II, as well as a few anti-popes. The accuracy of this prophecy is a topic of debate among historians, who point out that while the descriptions of popes up until around 1590 are surprisingly accurate, the predictions for later popes are vague and incorrect. This has led many to believe that the prophecy is a fabrication written shortly before its publication in 1595 by Benedictine monk Arnold Wian, who attributed it to Saint Malachy, 12th century Archbishop of Armagh. He was known to have some supernatural miracles associated with him. He's most famous now for his prophecy of the popes. Although the Catholic Church has not taken an official stance on the matter, some Catholic theologians have dismissed it as a forgery. The prophecy is currently heavily debated, particularly about its final prediction about a pope called Peter the Roman, whose reign is said to precede the destruction of Rome. In 1595, a Benedictine monk named Arnold Wian published a book called Lignum Vitae, which was a history of the Benedictine order. In it, he included a prophecy that he attributed to Saint Malachy, who was the Archbishop of Armagh in the 12th century. Wian claimed that this prophecy had never been printed before, but many people were eager to see it, so he included the original Latin phrases, which were short and mysterious. He also included an explanation of what they meant, which he said was written by a historian named Alphonsus Ciaconius. This explanation matched the phrases to the popes in history up to Urban VII, who was only pope for a short time in 1590. It is believed that the churches in the Vatican are hiding information about this book, and for some reason don't want the public to get a hold of it. Number 8. The Cursed Relic of Judas. The Cursed Relic of Judas is a legendary artifact said to be connected to Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' 12 apostles. According to the Bible, Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, leading to his capture and crucifixion. The relic is believed to be a cup or a coin that Judas used to receive the silver, which is now said to be cursed. Many stories and legends surround the Cursed Relic of Judas. Some believe that whoever possesses the relic will be cursed with bad luck, illness, or even death. Others claim that the relic has the power to bring fortune and prosperity, but at a terrible cost. Some stories say that the relic was hidden away by the early Christian Church in the Vatican to prevent its supposed curse from causing harm. Throughout history, treasure hunters and scholars have sought the cursed relic of Judas, believing it to hold untold power despite its dark reputation. Some accounts claim that those who have come close to finding it experienced inexplicable tragedies, fueling the belief in its dangerous curse. Whether hidden in the Vatican or lost to time, the relic's legend continues to intrigue, leaving many to wonder if it still lurks in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. Number 7. The Shadow Conclave and mysterious papal elections refer to conspiracy theories and speculations surrounding the papal election process in the Catholic Church. The main takeaway in these theories is the idea that a secret group of cardinals or other influential figures, known as the Shadow Conclave, allegedly manipulates papal elections from behind the scenes. This supposed group is thought to exert a lot of influence over the election process, often prioritizing political agendas over the guidance of the Holy Spirit. These theories have been perpetuated through different sources, including books, articles, and online forums. However, there is no concrete evidence to support these claims. The Catholic Church has also consistently maintained the legitimacy and integrity of the papal election process. One example is the 1958 Papal Conclave, which allegedly involved political machinations and Soviet interference. Another example is the 1978 Double Papal Election, where some claim that John Paul II's sudden death was orchestrated to pave the way for John Paul II's election. More recently, the 2013 conclave that elected Pope Francis has also been subject to speculation, with some claiming that alleged factions and power struggles within the College of Cardinals influenced the outcome. Number 6. The Archive of Miracles. This is a purported compilation of documents and records about supernatural events, miracles, and paranormal activities in the Vatican churches, allegedly hidden within the Vatican's secret archives. This archive also contains numerous documents and records of exorcisms and demonic possessions. Some claim that the Vatican uses this archive to investigate and understand paranormal phenomena, while others believe it is used to hide sensitive information from the public. Others believe this archive has secrets of the Catholic Church's involvement in the paranormal, but the Vatican has never officially confirmed the existence of this archive, leaving many to question its validity. Over the years, rumors have persisted that the Archive of Miracles contains evidence of miracles and paranormal encounters that the Vatican has deemed too controversial or dangerous to be revealed to the public. Some theorists suggest that the documents detail divine interventions, angelic visitations, and even encounters with extraterrestrial beings. This secrecy has only fueled conspiracy theories, with some believing that the Vatican holds the key to understanding the supernatural realm. Despite the intrigue, the true nature of the archive remains shrouded in mystery. Number 5. Nephilim and Rh-negative blood. The Nephilim and Rh-negative blood have been connected to the Vatican through countless conspiracy theories and legends. The Nephilim are believed to be the offspring of fallen angels and human women, as described in religious texts like the Book of Enoch and Genesis. According to some theories, the Nephilim were said to possess supernatural abilities and knowledge, which they passed down through generations. Some believe that certain bloodlines, including those with Rh-negative blood, descended from the Nephilim and possess unique genetic traits. The Vatican's supposed interest in Rh-negative blood is rooted in the idea that it may hold spiritual significance or even be connected to the divine. Some conspiracy theorists believe that the Vatican seeks to control or exploit individuals with Rh-negative blood, as they may possess special abilities or be more spiritually inclined. This has led to claims of secret experiments, cover-ups, and even extraterrestrial connections. However, there is no scientific evidence supporting these claims, and the Vatican has not made any official statements about Rh-negative blood or the Nephilim. Even with the lack of concrete evidence, people are still interested in knowing more about the Nephilim and Rh-negative blood in the Vatican. Some point to the Vatican's historical interest in genetics and eugenics, as well as alleged connections to secret societies and mysterious artifacts. While these theories can be quite interesting, they are still speculative and often blur the lines between fact and fiction. It's essential to approach these topics with a critical eye and consider the lack of credible sources and scientific backing. Nevertheless, the allure of these mysteries continues to captivate the imagination of many, inspiring further exploration and debate. Number 4. The Time Machine. The Vatican Time Machine Project, also known as the Chronovisor, is a device that can supposedly see and hear events of the past and future. The Chronovisor was developed by Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk, in collaboration with other scientists, including Enrico Fermi and Werner von Braun. The device is said to have the ability to display historical events, including the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, and has been described as a sort of television that can capture echoes of the past. The Chronovisor gained significant attention in 1972 when an Italian magazine published an article about the device, including a photograph of Jesus Christ's crucifixion. However, the authenticity of the device and the photograph have been widely questioned, with many considering it to be a hoax. Do you think it is? Amidst all the controversy, the Chronovisor is still talked about often, with some believing it to be a powerful tool for understanding historical events. Father Ernetti maintained until he died in 1994 that the Chronovisor was real, but many have questioned his claims. The Vatican has not officially confirmed or denied the existence of the Chronovisor, adding to the mystery of the device. While some believe the Chronovisor to be a groundbreaking invention, others consider it to be a work of science fiction. Number 3. The Angel Statue. The Angel Statue, also known as the Vatican's Hidden Angel, is a mysterious artwork located within the Vatican. This statue is said to be hidden from the public eye, and only a select few have claimed to have seen it. According to legend, the statue is an angel made of a rare and valuable unnamed stone. Some believe it to be a representation of a fallen angel or a symbol of divine. The statue is rumored to be hidden in a secret chamber or passageway within the Vatican, with some speculating it to be hidden in the Vatican museums or the Sistine Chapel. The exact location of the Vatican is unknown, but researchers are determined to reveal where it is hidden. Over the years, whispers about the angel statue have grown, with some claiming it possesses supernatural powers or acts as a guardian of the Vatican's most secretive chambers. Others believe the statue is tied to ancient prophecies, suggesting it holds clues to hidden knowledge or future events. Despite the many theories surrounding its origin and purpose, the true nature of the angel statue remains elusive, adding to the mystique that surrounds the Vatican's hidden treasures. Number 2. The Library of Forbidden Books. The library, also known as the Secret Archives, is a collection of documents and texts within the Vatican Library that are not accessible to the general public. This library contains ancient texts, manuscripts, and books that are considered sensitive, controversial, or even heretical by the Catholic Church. Some of these texts are said to question the Church's teachings, while others are believed to hold secrets about the Church's history and practices. The contents of the Library of Forbidden Books are only known to a select few within the Vatican. It is said to contain texts on alchemy, astrology, and mysticism, as well as documents related to the Knights Templar and other secret societies. Some believe that the library holds evidence of extraterrestrial life, ancient civilizations, and other forbidden knowledge. Access to the Library of Forbidden Books is strictly restricted, and only high-ranking church officials and select scholars are allowed to enter. The library is said to be protected by advanced security measures, including biometric scanners and encryption. While some have attempted to reveal the secrets within the library, none have been successful. Today, the Library of Forbidden Books is one of the most mysterious places in the Vatican. Over the centuries, rumors about the Library of Forbidden Books have sparked endless speculation. Some believe that its shelves contain early drafts of biblical texts that differ significantly from the current canon, which could challenge long-standing church doctrines. Others suggest that it holds writings from suppressed religious movements or lost gospels, hidden away to prevent their influence. Despite the intrigue, the Vatican remains tight-lipped about the library's true contents, only adding to its aura of secrecy and fascination for those seeking hidden truths. Number 1. An absolutely enormous amount of adult content. One of the more unexpected and controversial claims about the Vatican is that it holds an extensive collection of explicit materials, allegedly the largest of its kind. This story, supported by various sources, including the Copenhagen Museum of Erotica, suggests that the archives house a vast array of explicit content. In 16th-century Italy, the artist Giulio Romano, a pupil of the renowned Raphael, was reportedly commissioned by Cardinal Bibina to create a series of 16 private frescoes in his bathroom. These artworks, rumored to depict various intimate scenes, became notorious. Although the frescoes themselves remain hidden, sketches were leaked and widely circulated, leading to a scandal that exposed the cardinal's interests to the public. Romano was imprisoned, but by then, the images had already become widely known. Alright. So, that's it for this video. And if you want to watch more amazing content like this, check out some of our other videos. Bye.